This video is brought to you by Miniature Market. Thousands of board games, miniatures, and paints, discount prices at miniaturemarket.com.
I've been doing a lot of Kickstarter previews lately, and I really enjoy that. Now, this one here started on the 16th of January. It's already funded, and today's the 17th, I believe. Now, listen to me. Still, if you haven't seen this, which I doubt you have, first of all, Ant Labs, my good friend Anthony and Francis, did a wonderful job of a playthrough of this. Go check that out. I'm just going to take you down to the table and just explain a few things, so when you watch that video you don't have to watch the whole thing, but you'll have an idea what's going on. But watch how they play this through. They do a wonderful job on it. And what game is that, you ask? Well, I'm going to show you right here. That's Warpgate. Warpgate is up on Kickstarter. If you want to fund it, please do, because there are a lot of goals to unlock on this bad boy, which will really make this game super. So let's go down the table, take a look. Okay, so we're down on the board here. Listen, I'm not going to explain every rule, but I'm going to tell you this much. Do yourself a favor, go to Ant Labs. My boy Anthony and Francis do such a fantastic job explaining and playing this through. But I really want to show you off some of the things of this for anybody that hasn't seen this, and give you my opinion of everything. First of all, the components for these are not the final components, but these are really, really nice, which caught me off guard. Now, let's just talk a little bit about this. It is a 4X game pretty much that you can play in under an hour or under, maybe a little bit more the first couple times you play it. Very interesting mechanisms, how everything works. You are given 2 decks. As you can see here, this is going to be your draw deck, and then of course your battle deck here for your ships. You're going to have these cool little ships, but listen, if you guys fund this bad boy, they're going to have real ships on here, which is always really, really cool. Now, at the beginning of your turn, you're going to be passing out one of these glory points, which are going to help you at the end of the game. They have a certain number on it, so that's going to add to your total. But the real fundamental of the game, and I'm just going to put these boards right up on here so you guys can see them, is these boards. And it's really, really interesting, because a turn, for an entire turn, you get 4 parts to a turn. So basically what you're going to do is you're going to have 4 of these cards in your hand, and you can either use the top or the bottom. Now, if I put this here, it's 1 times whatever. So place your control marker on up to 1, because it is 1, as you see, 1x, planet with your fleet. Okay, or you can use the bottom where there's another thing. Now, you're going to really have to strategically really plan out what you want to do for your actions. The thing is that over here at the last turn of the round, because you play a round and there's 4 turns in a round, is a 4x. So maybe you want to play this card of control here. Place your control marker on up to 4 planets. Now, as you can see with these boards, they have these slots here. Now, the end game, and let's just talk about that very quickly on how the game actually ends. The game ends if the planet deck runs out. Now, this is your planet deck. You're going to go through this, and as you are conquering planets, you're going to be drawing from that deck. Technology deck runs out. If that runs out, that causes the end game effect. Any player unlocks his 5th technology card, and the reason I wanted to tell you that is at the bottom here, you're going to put technology cards in the slot, and when you unlock the 5th one, that is going to cause the end game. A player runs out of control markers. These real little cool things here that you are going to put on a planet to establish that you have control. The last available commodity token is claimed. So once you claim that, then the end game begins. You're going to count up your points. You're going to score 3 points for each completed mission, one victory point for each unlocked technology, 2 victory points for each commodity token, and 1 to 2 victory points for each glory token. Player with the most points wins. Very, very cool. I really like how this all works out. I love the flavor here that you get with each race. And then, of course, each one has a different ability, which is you just deal these out randomly. And on the back here, there are even more. And look, this one is even different. You start 2, 2, 3, and 4. So you just don't know what you're going to get, and you can deal these out and get a random race. And there you have a quick look at Warpgate. As you can see, beautiful components. There's even more tiles here, so for biggers, so if you're playing 3 to 4 players, you can add in more tiles and make the universe even bigger. This is a very interesting and fun game. I had the chance to play it with Justin, and we just absolutely loved it. It was quick. We got it done in under an hour, and we were shocked at how great it worked out. Now, this Kickstarter started on the 16th of January and is fully funded, but you can unlock a whole bunch of things. All you have to do is go to their page and check it out on Kickstarter. But what are my final thoughts? What do I think of this game? There's only one way to find out. Let's go up top and hear what I have to say.
Wow. I mean, what more can you say but wow. They did a wonderful job on this. I love how this plays in about an hour. A 4X game that you can really sink your teeth into. It has the feel of a 4X game. You're exploring, building some things, getting some commodities, technologies, building yourself better, and pre-planning things. And for a game that the components that came with it, I mean, these are not the final components. I went, my God, wow, this is really, really good. You really feel that you have a full game here. And when I saw the 2 pages, I went, well, this will be all right. And then we played it, and all I can say is wow, wow, wow. This is fabulous. I had so much fun with it. Justin had so much fun with it. We played it a couple times, actually, and we really enjoyed it. And it plays really well with 2 players. That's the other thing. A 4X game that you can play with 2 players and not feel that somebody's getting too far ahead. We really enjoyed this. I think this is a really good game. Go check it out on Kickstarter. Go fund this bad boy. It's already funded, but send it over the top so we can get the final edition. If this is the prototype, I hate to see what the final edition is. It might be made out of gold. Until next time, I'm your old pal Rob. We'll see you soon.